Welcome back, and thanks for joining me, Phil Spencer, for my insider's guide to buying a new build home. Whatever kind of property you're looking at, do make sure that you visit my website, moveiq.co.uk, and download our ebook, the no-nonsense guide to buying your home. It's absolutely free, and I promise it is packed with useful advice for all home buyers. Now, throughout this series, I've been talking about buying off-plan. And in this episode, I'm going to be looking in more depth and sharing the questions that you should be asking. Buying off-plan means you purchase your home before the developer has finished building it. You might even buy it before construction has even begun. And in return for a relatively small deposit, usually something like £1,000 of a reservation fee, you can secure a brand new home. Many developments offer a range of property types for you to choose from, and some developers will let you have a say on the design and build, and that could include anything from the internal layout to the kitchen design and the handles, things like that, bathrooms, flooring, all sorts of different things you can get involved in. Unlike buying an older property, of course, where defects that you don't discover before buying are your responsibility. If you find faults with your new build, you can work with the developer on getting these things rectified. There are some careful considerations to be applied to off-plan buying. You can't be certain what the finished property will actually look like. If the build is delayed, you might have to reapply for your mortgage, as many mortgage offers only last for 6 months. And if you change your mind, or if your own circumstances change and you can't complete your purchase, then you could be in breach of contract with the developer. So there are lots of things to consider. Make sure that you ask the right questions before you commit. Some of the questions that you need to be considering. What happens if the developer goes bust? Could you get your deposit back? Is it protected with a recognised scheme? Can you see the planning consent is anything as it should be? Are you buying the freehold? Any standalone property should be freehold. Will there be any estate management charges? Even with freehold properties, new build estates are often privately managed, meaning the owners pay for the maintenance of shared spaces and playgrounds and things like that. If it's a flat and therefore a leasehold property, make sure that you see the lease, make sure that you go through it with your conveyancer as soon as is possible. And I would really heavily recommend that you pay particular attention to the length of the lease, the ground rent, how that might alter in the years ahead, service charges, and any restrictions that there are. Ask to see plans and detailed specifications as soon as possible. Get your conveyancer to ensure that anything you've asked for is then set out in the contract. It's all about the detail. Get it written down. What's included? Will you have to pay extra for things like carpets or turf in the garden or wardrobes or shelving, things like that? Get it down in detail. When can you see the property before completion? Ask what the snagging process is and if you'll be able to get on site with a surveyor before completion. When will the development be finished and what would happen should it be delayed? The developer will probably give you 2 different dates. The short stop date is the day that they expect the property to be ready, and the long stop date is the day that they have to complete by. I think discuss those with your solicitor if you want to include any get-out clauses in the contract in the event that the build was delayed even longer than expected. If you get the answers that you want, the ones that you're looking for, the ones that are going to make you happy, then buying off-plan can be a really exciting way to secure your new home. If you've enjoyed this series, make sure that you subscribe to the MoveIQ property channel and visit the website at moveiq.co.uk, where you can sign up to get all my latest property news delivered straight to your inbox. Thanks for being with us and good luck with all that you're doing.